pay me to. Okay, does that make sense? So, do you have a few seconds? I would like to introduce you to Miss Jody just for a few seconds. That way, at least you know who she is, and then we could run some numbers and set up a time where, you know, we can meet and look at it at your convenience. Okay? Hold on one second. Okay, hold on one second. Thanks, Eric. Mhm.
Hi, this is Jody Hooper.
I'm Miss Jody. Are you still there, Eric? Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Miss Jody. I got Mr. Eric Castellano. Did I pronounce that right, Eric?
No, it's Casino.
Casino. I'm sorry. He's with 4117 Vecina Place.
Which place?
The 4117 Vecina Place.
Okay.
Yeah, I found out some good news. It's a rental property. He's got a tenant in there, which changes everything. So I wanted to introduce you to him. I explained to him how we work together. I explained to him your experience, and you know, he's open-minded for us to earn his relationship. But there's certain things we will have to do. So I just wanted to introduce you to Mr. Eric. Eric, this is Miss Jody Hooper.
Mr. Eric, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, man. We enjoy and love what we do. We've been successful at it for many years, and it will be any different with you.
Okay. Ms. Jody, let me give you some updates on it, and correct me if I'm wrong, Eric, in anything I say. He just dropped it $9,000 from $399 to $390,000. He has a tenant in there that's paying $21.95 per month. Is that correct, Eric?
That is correct.
Yeah, and the tenant's been there 2 years, so it changes the mindset of what we spoke about earlier today as far as pricing. And it's a 2-story. And he did the water tank. He redid it 2 years ago, or the water filtration, the water tank, right? Right, Eric?
Yes. So I actually added it. I didn't redo it. I added a water filtration and I updated the water tank to a tankless water heater.
Good.
Okay. So we had originally priced it, you know, a range between 327 to 390. So not taking in consideration, it was my fault because I didn't notice that he said there's a tenant in there for cash flow, which changes the whole complexity of it. You know what I mean? With like stuff. So I think we might be able to do even better just because it's cash flowing right now.
We can.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if an investor purchases it and it's already got somebody in there, they can negotiate to see how they can keep them there and not interrupt the income that they could not expect to receive.
Right. And give Mr. Eric a little bit of your background. I bragged to him about you a little bit, but just share with him what your experience is.
I'm a crazy gal, Eric. I love real estate. I love buying it, selling it, flipping it, showing it, decorating it, appraising it. I love everything about real estate. I've been doing it for about almost 35 years now. And I just take it as a challenge every day because it puts a smile on my face when I satisfy the needs of a buyer or a seller or an investor. I spent 10 years in the law office and mainly contract law. And I'm not about the money. That's not the most important thing to me. The most important things to me is to use my knowledge and experience so that it's a win-win for all the parties. And I'm not a typical salesperson.
I have a
for sure,
seller,
because I'm
a
just
sale
saying
owner,
it
and my real estate
to
agent
us.
client on the phone right
So that's right. I want to be a true representative of what we're dealing with and not slide something under the rug or try not to miss something that would have benefited somebody. So I'm a very thorough investigator of what's on the table and very successful. I've done, I don't know, over 1,200. I'm probably closer to 1,300 closings by now. So I learned a little bit, Eric.
And Mr. Eric is a police officer. A police officer or FBI? Which one is it, Eric?
No, I actually work for customer support truck.
Oh, okay. All right. So
Well, see, he's in the legal business too.
yes. Yeah. But
Well, we would love to work with you and see if we can make this a win-win situation for everybody.
yeah. So I mentioned to him.
He was telling me, I guess the information and stuff. Like I said, I'm up to listening. I'm always up to listening. It's like for me, I'm doing the for sale by owner. Like I threw all the comments in the actual
Zillow.
Zillow, the information. I was like, this isn't my first rodeo. I'm like, the only reason I'm actually selling is just because of the distance. I'm getting tired of having to go back over there and check on it and stuff like that.
Where do you live?
I actually live in McAllen, Texas.
Okay.
So what I want to do, is sell it and then probably just reinvest whatever I get into a property out here.
Poster.
Yeah.
Got the commute time. I understand that. Time is the most precious commodity we have. And when it's gone, we don't get it back, Eric. So the time you lose on that road by not being close to someone that you love or making money with your investments is wasted. I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
I've done it too. I used to have properties in Albuquerque. And it's not far from Las Cruces to Albuquerque. But when you drive it over and over and over, it does get that way. And if you hire someone to property manage it for you, then you lose your return on your investment.
Yeah. So right now, I actually do have a leasing agent that takes care of the collection and the rent and stuff like that. I mean, just because I wasn't there, so I do have that, and I know what you mean. Luckily for me, I opened up an LLC, so I just use that as a tax deduction.
Good.
As far as running the cost.
Me too. Well, then I'm always looking. If I want to steal, if that's what I word, I'm going to steal it from Uncle Sam because I hate paying taxes.
Yeah, no, trust me, I agree.
Well, so what we're suggesting is this, and if Eric's okay with this, I'm thinking we can set up a time when you get back from Fredericksburg back to Las Cruces, and set up a time that is convenient for Eric to go look at it. You know, he has to let the tenant know, ahead of time, and that way we could take a look at it.
Mexico, tenants have more rights than owners.
Yes, and then.
I got really good tenants. That's the reason why, like, right, I had it there. Like, if you click on Zillow, if you go on there, it's gonna show like all the information, and then it has like a quick little highly motivated seller comment. But if you click more, I actually put a lot of what's in there.
Oh, that's what I
like that, and what I want.
Okay, yeah, I didn't do that. No, that was my fault because I look at the initial process as far as for sale by owner, and then Ms. Jody and she determines which one she wants me to go after, and then call them, and we do preliminary, analysis on it so that we have some information to share. So I didn't even go to more, so that's my fault because I would have told her it was a cash flow property, but that was my fault. That's why when you told me, I was like, hold on, that changes everything, Looking at it right now, so that way we can meet sometime. You get back when? Next Friday, right, Ms. Jody?
Yes.
So sometime like after the 22nd will be good. Would that work for you, Eric, or should I call you back on that?
No, yeah, just shoot me a text, let me know, and then for me it would work out better because you guys are an hour behind me. Right. So anything after maybe 3:30 your time.
Okay. So let me have your email so we can send you an email, and you can see who we are, and I can share with you some of my strategies verbally, so it gives you a better idea, and then we could talk more about it after we go look at the property, and then Ms. Jody and I will do a reassessment on what we just did, and which is now, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, Ms. Jody, I don't want to overspeak. But when you were at 390, we were looking at 327 to 390 as well, without understanding the cash flow. I think this changes the game where I might be able to pull off where we could get you a little bit more. Now, I don't want to say yes or no, but I believe we can, knowing what we know and what we do. I think we might be able to pull that off. With the cash flow is huge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, we certainly have a list of contacts that would be interested in it.
So right now, definitely, like I said, I'm like, the tenants that are in there, the reason is because their lease is all the way good until September. So they're actually contemplating on either trying to get closer to El Paso, because they have a couple stores that they opened up, and so they're trying to get a little bit closer. But they're finding that Cruces is a happy medium because they have stores also in Albuquerque.
It is.
They're debating if they're going to rent again. They were actually thinking about purchasing, and that's where we ended up leasing one more year, and they were like, hey, well, we're probably not going to. So we're not going to look at buying it, but we're looking at getting closer to El Paso. And I said, look, I'm good with it. You guys consider as far as the extension. I asked them straight up, can I list it as a for sale by owner, giving at least 72-hour notice to you to be able to have people to go see it. I'll put it clear in the Zillow. I'm like, right. And they were okay with it. They are still debating as far as they want to rent again, and I just want to list it for maybe 60 days, see what kind of bites I get, and then go from there. And if I don't get any bites, then I'll let you know. That gives you guys 2 more months on your lease, and that way you can let me know if you want to rent it again. If not, I can get with my leasing agent, so that way we can list it and have somebody ready to jump in right after.
Right. Okay. So that's valuable information, because that'll give it. We have a couple investors in mind that actually are finance. Sometimes they like to buy properties, right? And they actually finance. So this could be a good. If they decide they want to buy, this could be a good situation where my client could become the bank as well. So I think it's a good situation. I think we can make the numbers work, and I think the numbers will work in your favor, Eric. And like I said, once we show you the value, we show you the strategy, how we could do it, we can negotiate a commission, but I don't want to talk about commission right now, because I want to give you the full menu. And then you decide, I like the menu, let's do it. Or I don't like the menu, let's not do it. So let's keep an open mind.
And that's fine, but I will say this, because I've heard numerous pitches before. Like I told you, as far as like when I did list it for sale 2 years ago, I heard the whole lease to own. I don't want to even consider that. The profit that I would get, and then that way I can sit on a different property. Let 3 years.
Let me clear that up. What I was talking about is my investors that buy, some of the investors that buy, they like to rent to other options to buy with tenants. In other words, let's say we get an investor that buys your property, they may want to negotiate with the actual tenant if they want to buy the house, and then they carry the note. In other words, it's a way of avoiding a bank. They become the bank. That's what I was referring to. Not you specifically, just what some of my investors do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If that's the case, like I said, I'm like, for me, I pretty much want to pay off the loan.
Yeah.
So that way that's not hovering on mine, and then half the profit, so that way I can go.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Listen, Eric, what's your email?
Very energetic, so I appreciate it.
What's your email, Eric?
Get anywhere if you don't put your all in it.
What's your Eric?
I do look forward to listening and hearing your pitch. And like I said, I definitely am open to listening to everything and seeing it. Hey, you know what? Maybe you might convince me as far as maybe going a little bit above the 3%. So as far as the value and stuff like that. So
I got you. So let me have your email so we can email you and we can give some information. What's your email?
Are you calling me from your cell phone?
Yeah. This is.
Text and I'll text.
Yeah, this is my cell phone. You could just text it to me. That'll be fine.
Okay.
All right, Eric. Listen, I appreciate your time, and we'll get back with you. All right.
All right. We'll talk later.
All right, guys. All right. Have a good day.
I was gonna say, right now that I have you, just double check. I just shot you the email.
Okay. Let me see. I have it. Okay. ejc.industries.llc@gmail.
Yes.
Okay. Bye.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, Eric.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
When I get asked, Paul, what do you do? My answer is very simple. I solve sales problems, period.